Hey sunshine, it's Katie from Dark Sunlight. If you're new here, I make videos about bullet journaling, witchy things, and lifestyle in Montreal. If that's something you're into, feel free to subscribe and hit that like button. In today's video, I'll be setting up my bullet journal for March. A lot of people have asked me what inspires my theme choices for my bullet journal, and the answer is really anything and everything. This month I chose ravens and wisteria because I happened to watch an anime called Demon Slayer, where wisteria flowers had magical powers and ravens delivered messages. It got me thinking that those two things might look cool when combined together in my layout designs. I looked at a lot of reference photos to figure out how to draw wisteria, and I still don't think I have it quite right, but I figure it's close enough for rock and roll. I think this might be one of my first times making a cover page that spans the entire spread. More often, I'll have a cover design on the right side and either a blank page or a quote page on the left. But this month I was really feeling the drawing. I wanted to spend more time and effort on the illustrations just because I thought it was fun. Ultimately, bullet journaling should be useful and fun. So if plain and simple is your thing, do that. If you want to deck out your bujo with designs and doodles, go for it. There's really no right or wrong way to go about it. Drawing the ravens was an interesting time because I was trying to leave negative space to create the white outlines. So it was a matter of blocking out a larger white space with my pen, coloring all around it, and then going back in after to tighten up those white spaces and make them smaller and more refined. The second spread I created was my calendar for the month. I decided to go with separated boxes for each day this time, and I tucked some wisteria flowers into the top left corner, peeking through the spaces between the boxes. While we're here, I want to take a second to thank my newest patron, the lovely Jennifer. Welcome to the fam! I'm incredibly grateful for your support, and I hope you love the bonus content in printables. If you'd like to see your name in the credits of every video, come join the team over on Patreon. I'll leave a link in the description below. The two purple Tombow brush pens I was using this month are super close in color, so I had to go over it and layer the color to show more contrast. Up at the top of the page, I added the title and some ravens flying off into the distance. The third spread I created was my habit and mood trackers. For the mood tracker, I decided to draw 31 wisteria flowers, one to color in for each day of the month with a color corresponding to my mood that day. On the left side of the page, I added another raven friend. Across the bottom of the spread, I drew 6 mini calendars to track 6 different habits I want to build throughout the month. Along the top, I added in my color key for the mood tracker. The fourth spread I created was my productivity level board. This month, I'm using 4 categories of productive tasks to track. One for dark sunlight, one for my freelance work, one for home care, and the last for self-care. Each time I complete a task, I fill in a square for that day with the corresponding symbol, and I aim to fill in enough squares to get to a level 3 that day. Along the top of the spread, I added some abstract wisteria flowers by scribbling with my purple Tombow brush pens in elongated triangle shapes. Then I used my green Tombow and pressed just slightly on the tip of the marker, which makes an almost perfect leaf shape. The next spread to set up was my Faves and Memories spread. For this one, I just drew more wisteria flowers hanging from a branch in the center of the spread, and I wrote the titles around it. Lastly, I set up my first weekly spread of the month. For this one, I created 8 boxes, 7 for the days of the week and an extra for notes. I added the title to the center of the page with a mini calendar and some leaves for decoration. And that's it. This is how everything turned out. I really enjoyed spending a bit more time on the illustrations this month. It was fun and relaxing to focus a bit more on the art. If you're inspired by any of these pages in your own setups, feel free to tag me on Instagram so I can go check them out. And I will of course have a digital version of this setup for you to download and print on my Patreon, as well as a blank version usable for any month of the year in my Etsy store. Both my Patreon and Etsy will be linked below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.